Are we gods? Are we gods who have been turned into humans? Actually, the game is called Divinity, right? And maybe the original sin, you know, that invokes the thought of like Adam and Eve and being cast from heaven. Yo, I hope I don't mess up the intro. Damn. Hello everyone, my name is Mochi. Welcome back to a little Divinity Original Sin. I'm excited because I feel like we're finally making some progress on the investigation. We've at least interviewed 2 of our suspects. Counselor Cecil looked very innocent, if you ask me. Esmeralda looks almost too guilty, if that makes sense. I don't know if I've been watching too much like detective shows and movies in my life, but you know, her having the book that says how to plan the perfect murder, I feel like it's a red herring, you know what I mean? I think that would just be way too easy. I think a clever game like this would definitely throw you like a little trick like Esmeralda seeming really guilty, having a bloodied knife, having a book on how to murder people, but not actually being the murderer. I don't know, we'll see. There is a chance that she's involved in some capacity, but we will see. So, you know, last video I asked the community, hey, do you want to watch me read all of these books that I'm finding? Because I personally want to read them. 1, for the crafting recipes, and 2, just for the lore of the world. I really don't know anything about Divinity whatsoever. And, you know, someone got back to me and said, hey, maybe in a separate video you can do like read a bunch of books, and it can kind of be like a cozy stream. And I like that idea, so I'm definitely going to get to that ASAP. So don't worry, those books will be read. And in terms of what we're going to do today, well, we still need to investigate Captain Aureus. And the other person we needed to talk to was like the doctor's assistant. I don't see them on the map, maybe because I haven't discovered them yet. Sorry. But let's go talk to Captain Aureus. Now, the deal with Captain Aureus was that he apparently came early in the morning and was asking the mortician if everything was right with the body. Let me just look over my log real quick, because I don't see this note. Maybe it's not in there. Maybe it's like the body. You know, I assumed that everything... Yeah, I assumed that everything was going to be in the notes, but, ooh, can I look over old dialogue? I can. That's really interesting. What is the name of the person who was the mortician? There, I mean, it would have been Cecil, before Cecil. Cecilia, Roberts, Sheriff. Maybe it doesn't go back. Maybe it doesn't go back far enough, hey? I don't think it was Roberts. No. Okay, that's all right. What are secrets? Maybe it's in here. All right, well, I mean, this is the part where I have to be a real detective. I was letting the game take the notes instead of taking notes myself. Maybe that was a mistake, but this is what I remember. I remember that the reason Aureus was under suspicion was because he showed up early in the morning to ask if everything was okay with the corpse. And I think that my reasoning was that maybe he was just trying to double check that the mortician would not spill his beans to the captain of the guard. So let's do a little quick save and let's see what he has to say. I know he doesn't like us. I'm gonna try not to. And you know what? Mochi, you're free. You're free to search for clues while we talk to Captain Aureus. Let's see if we can get him facing away from Mochi as well. Or is there a chest in here? There's this dresser. What direction do we want him looking? I mean, maybe just staring into this wall is okay.
You again. Do feel free to depart from Seal at your earliest convenience.
Now, originally, I read this attitude as someone who just, saw his order against our order in terms of authority and philosophy and just didn't like where we came from. But now that he's looking a little bit more suspicious in terms of the counselor's death, I'm kind of reevaluating this attitude he has. Now, I don't remember which of these questions I've already asked him. Ooh, there's someone the Legion should arrest. I'm curious if that is me coming to a conclusion on who murdered Jake, or if it's something else. You know what else is interesting? Now that I recall, Aureus was telling us to keep him abreast of the investigation at every single step, which, also, I read that as being normal for the captain of the Legion. But if he was part of the crime, well, that'd be very convenient, wouldn't it, if he was given every single update. Now I see a lot of chests here. I'm gonna close this door, and I wonder if lighting matters. I'm gonna turn off this light and this light. I don't know if it'll make a difference. Doesn't look like it, but let's start sleuthing around. This is an evidence chest. It's empty. Great. What about this one? Empty. Great. Okay. No evidence. Think there's anything back here? Can I even get back there? I wonder if I could move this around. Alright, well, let's start upstairs. It looks like we're allowed to go upstairs. Oh, this is where our who is. Wait a sec. Wait a second. Are these marks not similar to the one that we saw in the room where Counselor Jake was murdered? I mean, I guess they're just supposed to be explosions. What is going on in here? I guess these are the magical weapons that they keep talking about that are defending the town, that created the automatron that is somewhere outside of the town for us to get. Magical unlock scroll. What is that? A universal controller instruction manual. That one is saying that we can read. Alright, I mean, this looks to be Arhu's domain. So let's go to the basement. Maybe we'll find something there. I'm really enjoying this game so far. Okay, so this is a prison. Am I allowed to be down here? I don't remember. Adventures Field Guide Volume 1. I actually need that. I think I've seen all the other volumes. There's a journal in this prison cell, huh? Can't really see. I guess there are sight lines in this game, because can't really see back there. Alright. I guess any evidence we might be looking for might be in the captain's room. Maybe like in there. Once again, we'll do a little quick save just in case. Can I lockpick this? I cannot lockpick this. Oh, if I examine it, I can see the lock level that you need. Okay. That I wonder, do you think I could pickpocket Aureus to get the key? Ooh. Total weight of stolen items. Max weight of stolen items. Violent Blackjack of the Vandal. A blackjack crafted from coiled and woven leather. Wound many times and well oiled. Someone took loving care of this particular weapon. I mean, I'm looking for a key. Let's not get distracted. Smelly handkerchief. What's up with smelly items in this game, man? Ooh. Okay, a lot of skill books. I guess he's probably a merchant. But no key, so let's not do anything like that. Ooh, Aureus's diary. There is a key. The key up here. Wow. I wonder if I can read his diary without him noticing. Okay. I feel like this could be huge. I mean, if he's innocent, this is not going to be huge, but there could be something in here. Seal Day 1. Troops settling in. Sufficient rations, sufficient equipment. Should be a quick enough job to rout these blasted skeletons. Saw a large Papilio Macheon specimen perched on the trunk of a tree near the barracks. I guess that might be some kind of bird or native wildlife. Boloria Euphonces spotted upon my window this morning. Very satisfactory. Undead, rather more vicious than previously believed. Source unknown. I'm guessing maybe these are different species of birds spotted on his window. Day 3. Borders completely secure. Arhu, a mad fool, assures me he is working on some other magnificent invention to stay the tide of the undead. I'll rely on swords, not magic. No sightings today, shame. Day 4. Undead encroachment worsens, but hard to remain upset with a Chaxorus Brutus Natalenses perched on a wood post outside one's door. Lovely girl, spotted like a cheetah's, but twice as striking against her titan wings. Seal Day 5. Undead seem to be of several types, similar to those in an organized army. Rangers, mages, clubbers, executioners. Would that I could take wing and fly away, like one of my darlings. Alright, that is very cute. That is a very cute diary. And I feel bad for suspecting him. But if there is some evidence, surely it's in this chest. Air essence, a cool wind from the spring realm of Vernivia, directly into this featherlight enchanted orb. Plague grenade, heavy crossbow, and corroded gold ring. I also have an exclamation mark above my head. Now, does that mean that it's worth stealing these items? Let's just take them in case. I mean, 2 unidentified magic objects would be pretty good. You again. Do feel free to depart Seal at your earliest conveniences. So no evidence on Aureus, huh? Tell me about yourself again real quick.
I'm Captain Aureus, if you must know. Leader of the Legion in Sight.
Alright, I think it's the same dialogue as last time.
I have the enviable task of commanding a battalion of walking dead. For I fear it may well be but a matter of time before the undead undo all my soldiers and turn them into driveling hordes of their own misshapen number.
Let's discuss Jake's murder.
What about it?
In regards to Jake's wife.
Well, have you found any incriminating evidence against her? If so, let's have it.
No, I'm not ready to disclose that. On the subject of Jake's corpse.
Stolen? Gods, what a fool that Roberts is. Taking a bribe in beleaguered old Seal. Ah, what was he going to do with that gold? Buy the largest kipper in the land?
I thought we'd have the option to disclose the information. I didn't realize we'd be snitching on him.
He has a lot to answer for. But not as much as the one that did the bribing in the first place. Guess your mission is pretty clear, isn't it? Off you go to find this munificent body snatcher.
Certain Evelyn has been mentioned.
Evelyn? Master Theriron's apprentice? Nice lass, huh? Brewed me a potion once that cured me of a rash more bothersome than a badger down your breeches. No, she doesn't seem like the type to play hide and seek with stiffs to me.
I heard that you were seen at the mortician's.
You dare stand here and accuse me of involvement in this
shoot.
You dare accuse a captain of the Legion? Get out!
Oh, it seems his attitude hasn't gone down. But yeah. Maybe we should get out of here. Okay. How do I feel about all of that? I'm interested. I'm interested. It really might just be Evelyn. I like this idea that there are multiple parties working together.
Another perfect heist. You sneak with the subtlety of a tried and true cat burglar.
Why, thanks. I rather do, don't I? Ha, have a few more heists and I'll be a fat cat in no time.
Why, thanks. I rather do, don't I? Huh. A few more heists and I'll be a fat cat in no time.
You know what? We might disagree on stuff, but Dango and Mochi, they work together.
No doubt about it. Your easygoing sleight of hand impresses me greatly, and will certainly continue to be highly advantageous.
I don't want them to be arguing with each other. Not over that. And you know what? Before I forget, let's have Bear Door identify those items. Yeah, what is this air essence? Maybe it's used in crafting? So one thing I've just noticed is that identifying glasses don't get used when you identify items. So that's nice. Now I wonder, are crossbow and bow different skills? Weapons. They are different skills. Alright, so the crossbow not really useless right now. Oh, I wonder if there's a stash later that you get to put like things like books and extra weapons in. Antidote corroded gold ring of perception. Now who did we say was important to have perception on? I think it was Bear Door. This is perception and intelligence. This is perception. Alright. A little bit more perception for Bear Door. Don't mind if I do. I'm going to give a quick once-over to see if there's any more items that need to be identified. We're carrying the sheep's corpse on us, which is... It weighs 70 pounds? Is there a weight limit? Oh, there is. Interesting. I wonder if these backpacks are similar to the backpacks in Baldur's Gate, and if I could just throw items in there, and if it'll just reduce their weight. It doesn't look like it's reducing their weight. No, it's not. It's just a way to manage your inventory. And also, I just realized this craft button. Cool. We talked a little bit to Captain Aureus. We need to find Evelyn. Now, Evelyn is a doctor's apprentice, maybe in one of these buildings down here. Yeah, let's head down here. Whoops.
Sorry, sir. You think that's funny, Private?
I also remember that we have some side quests like that talking head to deal with. What's this? What's all this then? Alright, one thing at a time, Mochi. One thing at a time. I wonder if in this game, if combat scales to you. This is Thyron's House of Healing, so I think this is actually where we'll find Evelyn. Wonder if things will scale to you in this game, or if like leveling up inside of this town is good for us, because we'll be stronger whenever we get into our first encounter. Alright. Am I allowed in here?
So, which of you is more deserving of life? Come, make your case.
What's going on in here? Doctor skill book.
Anybody? Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence.
The Absence of the Seven Gods. One with Fluids, Volume 1. Ring of the Divine. What is this thing for?
So, which of you is more deserving of life? Come.
Alright, Thyron. Let's talk.
But
if one were to reduce the quantity of skull dust by a percentage of 2, perhaps the stability could be increased by as much as 3-fold.
Potentially.
Oh, a source hunter. Imagine that. Quite a bit more petite than the last of your kind I encountered, aren't you? Yes, by nearly 20 centimeters of tibia, as my memory serves.
Look, I miss Medora as well, but you don't have to keep comparing me to her. I know that she had better stats than me.
No matter. Even if it couldn't spare its heartiest specimen, I'm sure the Order sent the individual with the next highest probability of success. Huh?
Stop negging me, Thyleron.
Make your case.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Me? Why, I'm more than a little surprised you haven't heard of me. Perhaps I can jog your memory. It was I who cured the Duchess of Arata of her unslakable thirst. A simple pinch of Atropa belladonna in her morning tea. I who discovered that aging itself can be halted by a single application of Cicuta Douglasii on the tongue.
Is that true, or are you some kind of charlatan?
Not to mention that it's been my guidance that has permitted my apprentice Evelyn to make quite a name for herself around Sicile of late.
So your apprentice has enjoyed some success?
Yes. If that's how we're referring to the secretive use of a revolutionary healing method she refuses to share with her own master.
A revolutionary healing method that she refuses to share with her own master. Interesting.
She's in the other room as we speak. Perhaps you can prevail upon her to offer a demonstration.
Can you elaborate on this healing method, please?
She's gotten hold of a stone, supposedly capable of fantastic feats of healing, but she won't let me take the briefest look at it. But she claims to have gotten the relic from a little northern town, Silverglen by name, and that an abbot there blessed it with the power to heal. Utter rubbish, I say. But with these blasted undead haunting the travel routes, I can hardly march up to Silverglen to learn the truth myself.
Okay, this is very suspicious. Do you have any work for a trio of sailors?
Sorry, but there isn't much work for sailors in a house of medicine. Unless one of them happens to have a secret stash of healing stones.
So I want to say, I'm going to quick save real quick. I want to say let's discuss your apprentice Evelyn, but I'm a little scared that I'm going to say more than that, and the dialogue is just going to tell him that we are investigating her.
Well, she certainly possesses a critical eye and an exacting manner when it comes to making difficult medical decisions. I expect she'll be a very successful healer in her own right when the time comes. She is learning from the best, after all.
So, Thyleron also has kind of a narcissistic personality. You know, just the way that when we met him, he was like, oh, you haven't heard of me? I've done these things. Oh, she's going to be a successful healer when the time comes. She is learning from me. I feel like he might be so narcissistic that he doesn't suspect that his apprentice is like a necromancer or up to something.
A mysterious
Something
healing stone.
nefarious.
Interesting indeed.
Let's go talk to her.
Sets me on
Which of you
edge
is more
like
deserving of
inexplicable
life?
magic.
Come, make your
Good
case.
point, Mochi.
Excuse me? This is a private sick room. Who in the name of the Seven do you think you are barging in here? Out, I say, right this instant.
The perfect response when someone says something like that to you is to just say, hey, tell me about yourself.
I'm sorry. It's this task. I'm just... Who am I to meddle with life and death this way?
What do you mean meddle with life and death?
I'm an apprentice of the healing arts. Healing. But this decision feels like precisely the opposite. I have but one healing stone, you see, and 2 direly wounded men who need it. I've been racking my brain trying to decide on the best method to settle this grave situation, but perhaps it's better off in the hands of an esteemed source hunter. Surely you are more accustomed to weighing life and death than I.
Interesting. Interesting. How quickly she is to put us into this dilemma. Quickly, before we start, about your healing stone.
Yes, a curious relic indeed. I got it from a kindly abbot. Loic by name, in the northern town of Silver Glen. He is of a certain faith, the Immaculates, they call themselves, that espouses the belief that certain stones can heal wounded flesh. I myself was nothing if not skeptical of his claims, but something happened as he handed me the stone. A small cut on my finger instantly healed, leaving no trace of the wound. Needless to say, I was astounded.
So are you really a
But
doctor?
it's strange. The stone is only good for a single use at a time before it reverts to a useless, inert state. It takes time to regain its magical properties, and I guard it cautiously.
I wonder how powerful this stone is. I wonder if it could reanimate a dead body. I don't really want to weigh in on who deserves to live and who deserves to die. Tell me more about the
What would
patients.
you like to know?
Tell me more about Boris.
One of the brave few willing to traverse the trade routes plagued by the undead. A young man, but excellent in matters of business, before he fell victim to an orcish club in the north, that is.
All right, a capitalist. Don't really care for
Thankfully
him.
A cattle trader found him, nearly dead, but not quite so, and brought him here straight away.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I know that trading has nothing to do with capitalism. It's just part of a market economy which existed far before capitalism existed. I'd like to know more about Steven. Or not. Wait, did I click the wrong thing? I'd like to know more about Steven.
Quite the venerable staple of Seal, Stephen, and recently blessed with his third grandchild. He was leading a crew of builders when a stray beam struck him in the temple, and only a few days shy of his last day of work before retirement, no less. Nearly everyone in Seal is familiar with grinning Stephen, and as you can imagine, he's quite dear to his family.
All right. This reminds me of an anecdote where it's basically a thought experiment, not an anecdote, where it's like you go and you have the option between saving a young man and an old man. You always pick the young man because the old man has already had his time. You know, the young man is the future. You need to save the future. So I'll make my decision. Grinning, Steven, you've already lived a full life. You're already loved. You have 3 grandchildren. It's time for you to die.
You are? I thank you a million
It's so
times
funny,
for
like
your
if
help.
Evelyn
Who
is
have you decided should receive the healing stone?
if Evelyn is guilty, she's totally got me wrapped into this situation where I'm basically deciding who gets to live and who gets to die. Boris's life has just begun. We can't cut it short now. He should receive the stone.
Boris's life has just begun. We can't cut it short now. He should receive the stone.
It's gonna be so messed up. Actually, wait a sec. This stone is part of some kind of necromancy. What if we think we're like picking who gets to live, but actually we're condemning someone to a fate worse than death? I hope that's not the case.
Yes, Boris deserves to experience all the pleasures of life that Stephen has
That'd be
already
really messed
enjoyed.
up if I just turned Boris into like a zombie.
Yes, I'll deliver the stone. I'm glad we'll get to save one man, but my heart breaks for the other.
Hmm.
No, this is highly abnormal. What is this? This lightning!
What I did to deserve this, but
Excuse me?
sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of
You've
us.
unlocked a new room at your homestead. What's my homestead? Is it in here? At my homestead? Oh, is the homestead the end of time?
I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm
Yeah, was that a time stone?
That tone, soothing a corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gotten far.
I feel no pleasure in bidding you
Wait.
farewell, friend.
What did you say? Soothing a corpse's troubled mind? Aileron.
I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm feeling stronger already. 1,000 thanks to you, my hero. I promise I won't waste the life you've given me.
Tell me, what will you do with your renewed life?
What will I do? What won't I do? Seeing how short life can be, how easily it can be taken from you. I'll see it all, do it all. And after I've climbed every mountain in Rivellon and smooched every girl who'll have me, I'll devote myself to learning the magic that saved me. Everyone
No,
deserves
we
to
not
feel
only
the
did we
thrill of a
cure him of
renewed
death, we
life.
cured him of a lifestyle of capitalism.
I'll see you around then. I'm liable to spring out of this bed at any minute.
I kind of don't want to talk to that. Ooh, key to Thyleron's back room. Hey, you guys don't mind if I steal that. How are you feeling, buddy?
Can't say I didn't want to live. Wanted it with every fiber of my heart. Not just for my own sake, but for my family, you know. Oh, my Matilda. Enjoy what remains of your life, will you? Never know when it'll be snatched out from under you.
Hi, Steven. You got a bad attitude. You know what? I made the right decision.
I don't know what I did to deserve this.
So what is this? Rift travel is glowing. Should I go back to the end of time? All right, let's check it out. Maybe the homestead is that area.
Welcome back, source hunters. I've been eagerly expecting you. You found another starstone, haven't you? Go on, ask me how I know.
All right, I'll bite. How can you even tell we found another stone?
Mere child's play when you know what to look for, and luckily, I do. Do you remember when you first arrived on this plane? When the dormant portal that led us to this hall sprang to life?
How could I forget?
It's happened again, my friend. Another portal has reignited. The end of time is growing by the stone. It's all connected somehow. You, this place, the void, the stones. Soon we'll have unraveled the whole truth. Oh, how I do love a good mystery.
What have you discovered through the new portal?
You don't imagine that I'd presume to explore it before you? No, that would be most unmannerly. And not to mention, well, the...
What is it?
No, I'm sure it's nothing. It's just that beyond the portal, I sense a presence that I can't quite account for. It is at once powerful and faint. Perhaps only a shadow, perhaps more. But this is only speculation, of course. Come, let me show you the way. Once you're through, you'll be able to report exactly what we're dealing with.
So tell me, did I unlock like a boss or something? Some kind of encounter? What is this? Are these all different like creatures I need to fight? Oh my god, that's a scary portal. To the Hall of Heroes? That doesn't sound scary. Alright, let's do a quick save. And let's just make sure that Beardor has a bunch of arrows. I guess maybe the scrolls should be with Jahan. Grenades definitely should be with Mochi, who I'm on right now.
Aren't you going to leap through? Who knows what wonder awaits you? Well, aren't you going to leap
Yeah, I
through?
get it, buddy.
Who knows what wonder awaits you? Well, aren't you going to leap through? Who knows what wonder awaits you? Well, aren't you going to leap through? Who knows what wonder awaits you?
Alright, how do we feel?
Well, aren't you going to leap through?
Zigzags, you gotta
Who knows what
chill,
wonder
brother.
awaits you?
Alright, let's go in here. Let's see what's up. Alright, it seems that we're still kind of in this extra dimensional
What an
area.
impressive room.
Hello? Who are you? What's going on here? Chest. John Smithen. Bedrolls? Alright. Starty.
You. It cannot be you. But it can only be you. The Guardians. Those I deceived. Those that deserted me. But oh, how weak you have become. As weak as you used to be strong. Look about you. You used to lead, and now you follow. Ignorant of your faults, and ignorant of your fate.
Interesting. So, are we gods? Are we... Have we been, like, turned into human? Have we been... Are we gods who have been turned into humans? Actually, when I think about it, the game is called Divinity, right? Maybe we are the divine? Maybe the original sin, you know, that invokes the thought of, like, Adam and Eve and being cast from heaven. So are we like some kind of celestial or divine being that has been cast from heaven to come down to earth to, like, redeem ourselves? Or, like, is this person just talking to themselves?
That it has come to this. Woe to the world that it has come to this.
You won't believe me, the fiend.
The fiend.
Oh, okay, so this...
As I prayed they would.
Yeah? Ooh, there's some books here. Okay, goodbye. I'll see you later, I guess. We got some books here. I know there's one more NPC in the area. We'll talk to him in a second. All these bookshelves that are empty. There's an ancient diary here. So, have we unlocked some kind of hub world? I see bedrolls on the ground. Oh, there's another diary. 2 ancient diaries. John Smith, who are you?
Well, wouldn't you look fine with a strapping warrior at your side? Or is it mages you prefer? An eagle-eyed ranger? A stealthy pickpocket? Take your pick of my swords for hire.
So wait a sec, are you telling me, are you like a Withers type character? You've got people I can hire?
Of course, Chief. But maybe you ought to get rid of some of your old ones first. Never does well to sack.
I can't even lie. I like the setup, right? I've got a martial character, Dango. I've got a ranged martial character who has arrows that do elemental damage. And I have a caster and a rogue. I mean, isn't that a perfect party composition? But I like that the option exists just in case. All right. Let's read this ancient letter. Esteemed generals, all of Rivellon thanks you. All of Rivellon is in your debt. Gods and kings bow before you both, and it is right and proper that they do. Both is interesting because we have 2 characters. Even they had thought all was lost, that the world was to meet its end, but you turned the tide. Many have fallen, so very, very many. And I know you have suffered a great personal loss as well. Know, generals, that I sympathize deeply. Let us meet in the Hall of Heroes, both to celebrate and to remember, to honor the living and to honor the dead. Signed, Henry, son of Willem, righteous king of Farrell. Righteous king of Farrell. Interesting. I mean, we met the Duke of Farrell. I don't really know where Farrell is or what it is, but like, I wonder if it's another city like Sicil. Esteemed generals, is that us? Are we the generals? Oh, there's a whetstone here. No blacksmithing stuff other than the whetstone. What is this? Is this a chest where I can... A sovereign's orb? Wait a sec. This intricately designed orb is festooned with swirls of gold and looks like it costs a pretty penny. In delicate script is written, the gods bestow health on those who reject material possessions. Sure they do. Okay, interesting. Now, if I were to open my inventory, if I was to open this, only one UI element at a time, eh? Okay, not a problem, because what I could always do, a little something like this. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna put my books in here, and when we come back, we'll see if they're still in here. I mean, this isn't the largest storage container, but it'd be nice to have anything. Maybe we could put something inside of something. Like we could put books in a backpack and then put the backpack in there and have like infinite storage, question mark. My friend and ally, the war has been won. Our victory is now inevitable. A fact, a certainty. One might say that these battles we wage are therefore pointless conflicts, but if the enemy won't relent, so be it. Truth be told, I relish in their stubbornness. Give me bloody combat, give me the thrill of the front line. I shall be the first to break their ranks and the last to leave the battlefield. But you've been absent lately. It goes without saying, I prefer to see you by my side. We shall meet again at the funeral, I suppose. Until then, I bid you adieu. Interesting. So, I mean, some reference to a war and generals. One more book over here. My fellow general. In victory, life has taken an unreal turn. Everywhere I go, it seems I'm revered not unlike a god. People feel graced when I look them in the eye. Consider it a blessing. Children try to touch my hand or sleeve, believing it will bring them good luck. The absurdity of it all is staggering. Above all, I wish I had more time to myself. Some much needed peace of mind now that peace is finally in sight. Peace of mind. The closing of the coffin was seared into my sight. The dull thud of stone on stones echoes still. You may relish in combat still, but I have lost all appetite for carnage. So this almost feels like each of these diaries are between the two generals. One of them wanted to stay fighting because they just love to fight. And the other one was affected by the loss of a friend and has lost all appetite for carnage. Both of them had been elevated to a godlike status. What quest would this fall under? Oh my god, the guards at the beach. A general's story and a general's tale. One of them is male, one of them is female. And I think, I could be wrong, but I think we had to play as a male and female. Oh, and there's Medora. Hello. All right, well, this is a nice little area. Maybe we unlock more lore as we unlock more of these portals.
I haven't the foggiest, but the eerie bit is that she seems to know us.
All right, the Weaver of Time, you have any thoughts on that?
How might I serve our mission?
Let's talk about the rooms I've discovered here at the end of time.
Threads I weave and tales I see. All will I tell.
I met a strange woman in one of the other rooms. Can you tell me more about her?
She is one whose history is shrouded in darkness. She is more than a woman, though less than a goddess. She knows you. You have wronged her. She is part of the end, though she longs to be part of endlessness.
Interesting, we've wronged her. Okay. I discovered a great hall beyond one of the portals. Can you tell me more about it?
The threads tell me that once, oh, how many eons lie hidden in so small a word. Once, you strode across that hall in shining armor, a sovereign to all who beheld your might. I can clearly read that armies you have led, demons and dragons you have conquered, that you have ascended.
Ascended?
But how can this be now that you stand before me a human, a mortal? How far has your soul fled from the being it used to be? New threads, more threads we need.
I wonder if that's why we don't if that's why we don't show up on the tapestry. Maybe we were gods who were cast into human form, and maybe the gods fall outside of this like narrative of men. But because we've been cast into this world, we just like suddenly appeared. Interesting. Interesting. Zigzag, you know anything about this?
See you on the shelter plane. A home away from home, most certainly.
What can you tell me about what seems to be a great banqueting room?
Ah, yes, the Hall of Heroes. Once upon a time, great feasts were held there in honor of heroes graced by the gods themselves. In that room, mortals and immortals dined side by side. I can't think of a better place to gather new heroes, should you come across such rarities, so that when needed, they can serve you in your quest against the void.
You know more about the lady we met beyond the portal? About that. I think I asked the wrong question.
Certainly. Like you, she is a mystery. But she seems to know you, doesn't she? Perhaps you'll meet her again, and we'll learn more about her, and about you.
Alright, I'll take my leave for now. Many mysteries. Many mysteries indeed.
I have the last chest, the last chest, the last chest.
I forgot. I can't click on you. Now, I guess we can head back to... North Gate is by Aureus. Harbor, Tranquil Beach would be like the first one we found. Let's go to the harbor. Oh wait, Jahan has something to say to us. Also, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna pause and be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thank you. Jahan?
How intolerable it is to think that all the knowledge of the world is being gathered by an imp. A creature that is no more than the result of a demon's bowel movement imbued with the breath of life.
I didn't even think about the fact that the imp is probably a demon, and we promised Jahan we would not interact with one.
Yet I am a tad jealous of that jabbering little jester. To know all. It is a consummation devoutly to be wished.
There's no such thing as too much knowledge. We are lucky to have found zigzags. To know everything is to take away all wonder. No, that aspiration is not mine. I do kind of agree with that. You know, I think to be human is to be cast into that dark. To not have much power or much information, but instead have to be bound to other humans in order to survive, in order to face the unknown. So I'm going to say 2. And Mochi, you wander yourself right into the grave. We should aspire to know all, and therefore fulfill our quest. Ah, you're a rogue. What is life without a little mystery?
Life without mystery. Life without wonder. What is this pseudo-philosophical flower child?
He's calling me out.
The greater one's knowledge, the vaster its extent, the more monumental the questions become that loom on the ever-retreating horizon.
Yes and no, buddy. I mean, knowledge is a prison in its own way, but...
Let us learn, Hunter, whether you like it or not, and through wisdom grow ever more mighty.
You know, I don't know if Jahan is gonna be chill all the way through this playthrough. It's already giving me some red flags. I wanted to investigate this. There was like I swear there was an abandoned home or an abandoned store. Maybe it's all of these buildings. No, these 2 buildings and this building, the abandoned general store. Yeah, I remember looking in here and seeing a whole bunch of stuff. Ooh, what is this? Divine Light skill book. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. And a trapdoor. And we're going to do that next time. The next episode of Divinity Original Sin. Hey, thanks for checking this one out. If you made it this far, thanks for supporting like a brand new YouTube creator. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.